Josh Morton, K9 Tactical. This is voiceover on K9 Apache 1's training. He is the first cloned K9 from the Apache brand. Alright, at 7 weeks old we picked him up, and when we got here, we instantly started working him. He had no socialization before he got here, so when he got here, this is what he saw. So you can see the work that he's already, that drive that he's already have. All you got to do is present it to him; he'll give it to you. No food reward, just all ball reward. When I'm doing this odor imprint, I'm not necessarily concentrating on the sit. And with these dogs, when they're so young, you know, they tend to do that. They back away, get intimidated quickly. So at this point, all I want is odor recognition. The sit will form later, and as you'll see later on here. So he's just getting frustrated. That's all this, very frustrated to him. He's just a mouthy dog, that's all. But kind of forming the sit just a tad, but once again, it's not the focus. The focus is just the odor recognition. So kind of like what you'll see here. It's important to be patient with these guys. I mean, we're at such a young age, so most guys, they're like, why you have your dog walking on boxes? Well, because I'm picking my battles. You know, I really don't care if he walks on the box. I really don't care if he sits on the box or lays down on the box, on the target odor box. Don't care. Because he's going to self-correct it down the road. The only thing that I didn't like is he chased these damn crickets that went underneath the trim. And for some reason, they always went where those boxes are. And you'll see later on that they played a factor, which is very irritating. And also, too, the times of training. If you notice, the timestamp here is late in the evening. There's a couple others, if you notice, it'll be at 11 o'clock. If I walk in the room and he wants to work and he's being goofy, I'm going to take that moment. So, it's very important to be flexible. All right. You see, when I got close to him, he kind of gave me a little get away from me, so I'll respect that. If the dog's going to do well with me away, well then I might as well just stay away. Still guide him from a little bit of distance. All right, 11 weeks. So you go from that to this. So just with a little bit of work. So now all I have to do is work on the sit and not worry about the dog getting distracted on what you're supposed to do, and that's get him to indicate on the target odor. So he knows target odor. Now I can form the sit without, once again, adding all these stresses on him. So now you will see that I'll push through these boxes pretty quick. Still walked on the box, I don't care. Watch. Dog knows where he's supposed to be. Without me getting involved, he does it on his own. It's not rocket science. It just takes patience. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't, but the point is, if you don't have it, you shouldn't get the dog out. Alright, so we go from that to this. So we're at 12 weeks old. While I'm doing odor work, the other trainer's just doing some posting, just basic fundamental work, trying to get the dog to understand the difference between equipment and the person. We do this at an early age. We do bite release at an early age, which is opposite of what a lot of people do. But if you set the right foundation, there's no reason to build the bite if he's already got it. There's no reason to build it to the point where the dog doesn't communicate to people. Or excuse me, the dog doesn't listen to people. So now we form everything here. Understanding to the dog that, hey, the dog's looking at the person's face. He's not looking at the arms, he's not looking at the legs, he's looking at the face. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. So we'll do, already we're doing muzzle socialization. So he's had that on for a long time before we started doing muzzle work. So once again, it doesn't affect him. If you do it right, it doesn't affect the dog. If you start it from the beginning, it doesn't affect the dog. And you'll be able to do this, the muzzle work in all areas, detection, tracking, and everything. Okay, so I have Eudoris 4, which is a sweet, sweet clone working dog. He is the favorite dog that I have. He ultimately is babysitting Apache 1. So when I'm not around, Eudoris 4 knows how to act when people are around. He knows the barriers of the property. He teaches possession. He teaches all these things to Apache. It's awesome to see. So I let Eudoris 4 raise Apache, and it's working out great. All right, so he's just showing Apache what needs to happen in a muzzle. We're doing gunshot, gunfire. He actually climbed out of that window, went after and went down range. So it's pretty cool. I'd rather have him go towards the gunshots. All right. So the reason why this clip is so long, because when I was doing the Eudoris puppies on odor imprint on a young age, I got an email. There was cat saying, well, you only have certain pics or certain video clips of the dog doing it. So you just got, you're just doing, like I said, small clips, and it's not consistent. So you're saying this is what the dog's doing, so you got one good run. So this runs for that guy. The fact that this dog is doing this consistently, you can look at the timestamp on it. So whether or not it changes mine on this system and the clone dogs, at the end of the day, it probably won't. He'll find something else to say it's bullshit. But if you notice on this as well, I'm adding some distance, so I'm not doing details unless if I have to, just to get them provoked onto the boxes. But if you notice, now I'm standing straight up. I'm adding some distance, so there's that damn cricket that I was telling you about. So that's why you got a little bit of confusion there. Puts the ball down, starts working the boxes again, trying to. It's a good habit. It means the hunt superseding the ball. There's a method to the madness with these types of dogs and this type of system, training system. And you're going to see it here after this evolution. After this run, I put the ball up, or excuse me, I'm done. I take him out, he's scratching at the door, and I just open the door, he goes running in and starts searching. So I give him the ball, he goes back up to the boxes, drops the ball, starts hunting again, and then picks the ball back up and leaves the room. So I want the hunt to supersede the reward. That example. You do a track, you set a ball in the middle of the track, the dog just keeps hunting past the ball. The dogs will last longer. Not expecting a reward. Alright, this is where I take him out. Open back the door. Open the door back up. He comes back over. I'm praising, calling him out. But he goes, drops the ball, goes back to the hunt. Love it. All right, so this is just a clip of Eudoris 4 and Eudoris 7's in there too. But he's just teaching some possession, you know. Just dogs being dogs, but at the end of the day, he's actually teaching them something. 13 weeks. And I push it out to 4 corners. This was the first 4 corners that I did with him, and you'll see once when I push to the other box, he's kind of looking at me for guidance or whatever, but just a little bit confused, which is, it's all good. So I go back to the detail on the other box that kind of pimped him to, hey, Apache, hey, stop. And then, so the next day, or the next time, I just go straight into the detail. Just take a step back. That worked pretty good. Alright, so we're back to the just Apache seeing what Eudoris does in the muzzle. He's just driving, he's pushing. Watch him push, watch him drive, so we're getting there. Alright, intro to building search. Typically I don't do it with equipment first, but with him being so young, we're doing it. So a little bit, we're not working scenes, we're just working me on the other side of the door, him pushing the door in. So this is the muzzle, a little bit confused with the leash, and it's pitch black in those rooms. A little bit of light in there, but it's not fully lit. So you see he picked it up pretty good. I'm on the ground. I get back up, engage as I go to the ground again. I typically don't do it that often, but I'm just trying to work him. I'm trying to see what he does when he is on the when I am on the ground. Does he stop fighting? Does he keep fighting? Does he go in possession? So there's just a lot of things that I'm doing here. We're developing the out immediately. When he says los, he's got to let go. We're not building the bite. All right, 14 weeks. Here we go. Here's your first scenes. The hallway is empty, or the hallway is dark. So Apache couldn't see the trainer at the door who let him in. Now it's light in that room. Okay. See the bite, just driving, good full mouth bite. Okay, working the other side. Nice. Right, he's actually searching the seams. It's important. Okay, just adding some prey in there, nothing crazy. All right, then we're just going down further in the hallway. Nothing, just trying to be consistent. Having some consistent evolutions. It's kind of cheating. Just unsure, which is fine. Dog self-corrects. That's all that matters. Dog self-correcting. You'll see he figures it out quick. A little miscommunication here between me and the trainer, so it didn't affect the dog. He don't care about equipment, folks. Doesn't matter. The dog knows where the fight is. All right. Now we're just teaching him to push doors open. Adding the stick in there, you see, won't matter. Doesn't matter. All that's semantics. I knew that going in, but not just keeping it down the hallway. Now he goes in the room. He's got to actually search the room. So hide placement's important once again at a fundamental stage. All right, just adding some prey. He went high. He's starting to go high. He's starting to become committed and confident. So these days are going to be numbered as far as doing it like this. So yeah. But he's not even teething yet, so you know, incorporating the suit's probably not a good idea at this point, but we'll see what we can get away with. Alright, push it right down to the muzzle. This is his first muzzle building search seam work on the Morton method. You see he's already trained to do it. He already knows what's expected. The muzzle's just a neutral thing for him, and you'll see good leg bite there. A little unsure, but at the end of the day, the decoy is who trains the dog, and then he turns it up right here. Couple slingshots, he's good to go. Kind of stops the fight when he gets on top of me, but it's there. It kind of turns into the, that possession kind of thing, but like the teabagging mode. But we can fix that here down the road. All right, the whole point is the hunt in the building search and seams. This is the focus. Using his nose in the building search. It's no visual. Boom. Boom. Nice. Alright, so this is that second run. He's a little bit more into it there. Turn my back away, hits that back hit, gets the reaction. Slingshot goes down to the ground. You will see here in these next month's videos that I won't do that as much. So we put him in that first room since he's gonna put the decoy in the first room to your left. He's kind of screwing that room over a little bit, so a little confusion here. So this is the third run of the same training time. I just give him the back, and I don't necessarily react to him as I did prior to, so he's a little bit confused. Trying to focus on those leg hits. He recovers well, but at the end of the day, I have to be careful. All right, we don't want him to start any uncertainty at this time. So at the end of the day, I stopped it at that evolution, and with Apache, and went back to some more basic things just to build that back up. But the dog at the end of the day recovered well. That's what I do. I push until I have to go back.